Tonight, we look at the clash between politics and free speech in the US, the rising wave of public anger on France's streets, the choreography of statecraft between Britain's king and America's president, and a powerful new defense pact reshaping alliances in South Asia. Welcome to World in Focus, and here are the top headlines of the day. We begin in the United States, where late-night television has been plunged into controversy. ABC has abruptly pulled Jimmy Kimmel's show off the air indefinitely. The decision followed pressure from Trump's FCC chair after Kimmel made comments about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer. ABC confirmed the suspension but gave no further details, while Kimmel himself has remained silent. From Paris to Marseille, France is bracing for mass strikes. Unions representing teachers, health workers, and transport staff have launched a nationwide walkout promising to paralyze parts of the country. Their anger is directed at President Emmanuel Macron's new austerity plan, which they say unfairly targets working families already battered by years of reforms and inflation. With memories of last year's pension reform battle still fresh, the government faces one of its biggest tests of public support yet. Meanwhile, in Windsor Castle, diplomacy and pageantry were on full display. At a lavish state banquet, King Charles praised Donald Trump for his commitment to tackle global conflicts and urged American support for Ukraine in its fight against tyranny. Trump in turn hailed the special relationship with Britain, insisting that even the word special doesn't fully capture the depth of ties. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have signed a landmark mutual defense pact. The agreement announced Wednesday strengthens security cooperation between the Gulf Kingdom and a nuclear-armed ally. It comes amid growing unease in the region over US reliability as a security guarantor, fears that have only intensified after Israel's recent strike on Qatar. For both nations, the pact signals a deepening commitment to collective defense at a time of mounting instability. And now for tonight's deep dive, Antifa, the movement, the myth, and the new designation that has catapulted it back into the spotlight. President Donald Trump has formally labeled Antifa a major terrorist organization. The move caps years of fiery rhetoric aimed at what Trump calls radical anarchists, but it raises more questions than it answers. So what is Antifa? Short for anti-fascists. Its roots stretch back to Europe in the 20th century, where militant groups resisted Mussolini and Hitler. In the US, Antifa is not a structured group but a loose network of activists who oppose far-right movements. There are no official leaders, membership roles, or headquarters, just individuals and collectives sharing tactics and ideology. FBI Director Christopher Wray once described it as an ideology, not an organization. That distinction is critical because it makes the legal case for calling Antifa a terrorist group extremely complicated. American law has no framework for designating domestic movements the way it does for foreign terrorist organizations. Critics warn that targeting a fluid ideology risks chilling free speech and legitimate protest, while supporters say the violence seen at some Antifa-linked events, from smashed storefronts to street clashes, justifies a tougher approach. Trump's timing is no coincidence. His announcement came just days after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot dead by a 22-year-old who reportedly left anti-fascist messages. Antifa is also linked to the 2020 Black Lives Matter movement that erupted following the death of a black man named George Floyd at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. There were also claims made that it was Antifa and not members of the far right that stormed the US Capitol on January 6, 2021. For Trump and his allies, this reinforced the idea of Antifa as a symbol of lawlessness. For opponents, it was proof that Trump is politicizing tragedy to rally his base. The bigger question is what this designation actually achieves. Can you criminalize support for a movement with no formal structure? Can donors or sympathizers be prosecuted without clear definitions? And how will the courts respond if challenged? That's all in World in Focus for today. Follow the Finance 360 for more.